So Echo of the Factory was the last one that we did. And we're gonna go ahead and scroll. This is Escape from Maine, adapted from the book Escape from Me, written by Cole Spivey, AKA Ash Cole. I do this kind of ritualistically usually before I start to write the new scene. Sometimes I'll write the new scene. Yeah, sometimes I'll write the new scene and then scroll. So sometimes I scroll first and then write the scene, or sometimes I, scroll and then wait and then write the new scene. We already have the note cards, and I'll show that to you as soon as it stops scrolling. And that's Kitty making a ruckus. He will do that when I write. I have to put him probably in the back room so he can look out the window. He flips out when I write. And I gotta get him, I'm actually gonna get him some cat food here in a minute. That's page 47 right there. Going into page 50. Page 54. And moving into 57. Another 20 pages. I know I'm in 71 or 72. I know, Kitty, just hang on. And then 71, and then 72. Okay, now this is the repack. That's what we wrote. I already sent it to Facebook and notes. And then we're about to write this scene from those notes, Stephen's monologue. All right, here we go. So this starts on page 72, or it's in 72. And it says, Stephen remembers his son's escape and repack. It's a new title of the scene. Interior, Havenwood Products repack room, late at night. The repack room has piping along the ceiling that runs out of the top of the surrounding repack room walls. There are digital scales on long silver tables. Boxes labeled Havenwood Products are stacked against the walls. A few boxes are labeled Puritans. There are 5 pallet skids with white boxes, each about the size of an old Chinese food takeout container. All the factory workers in repack wear safety glasses, lab coats, and hairnets. The room is not as noisy, so earplugs are not worn. There are 10 workers unpacking the old white boxes full of hand-sized wood dowels that resemble unpainted pencils without erasers and pointed tips. The workers go to small bar stools to sit with the white boxes. The workers remove the dowels from older boxes and place the dowels into new white boxes and weigh the new boxes accordingly on the digital scales. A green light appears on the scale and beeps. The number 00 confirm the weight is correct. This continues under Stephen's story about his son. Jonas sits at the long silver table repacking the boxes. He takes a strip of packing tape and cuts it with a box cutter. Stephen walks up wearing safety glasses and takes out his pocket knife with a razor box cutter edged in. Try this knife, it's sharper. Jonah, thanks. Jonah uses Stephen's pocket knife to cut the packing tape. He hands it back to Stephen. Where did you get it? Hunting supply store in Bangor. Cool knife. Thanks. Mind if I sit here? Sure. Repack room smells, I noticed. The factory septic lines run above the ceiling and to the wall. There, and through there, and there. See? Repack is kind of a break time. Not too loud. You get to sit. They said you don't have to wear your earplugs. These walls are thick. It's quiet compared to the belt or the choppers upstairs. They got me subbing for a guy that cut his thumb upstairs. He worked in the choppers. Occasionally they switch me back on the belt. Depends on the pace of things. Depends on how many birchwood get debarked daily. They got to skin those trees first before turning them into corn dog sticks. You got kids? Got a son. How old? He's about 20-something now. He took off from Maine when he was younger, not too long ago. Jonah. Where'd he go? Stephen. He and his girlfriend left to Arizona. He didn't like it too much, so they came back, and then he took off to Boston. He's a bit older now. Jonah. How does he like Boston? Stephen. I don't know. He doesn't talk to me too much nowadays. Alarm rings. Ring. Factory lady manager walks in blowing a whistle. Break time, everybody. Take your lunch and head back to REPACK by 3 a.m. on the dot. I'm going to change something right here. Factory lady walks in. I'm going to just say whistling, plural. Factory lady manager walks in whistling. Break time, everybody. Take your lunch and head back to REPACK, 3 a.m. on the dot. PG.75. Good to go.